think I've said this before, but I really hate exercise. I do not like exercise. I would rather sit on the couch with a cup of coffee and my dog curled up next to me reading a good book. But we all need exercise, especially us who are brain injury survivors. So getting motivated to exercise uh, seems like mission impossible, especially for me. It has been, and even before my brain injury, it was really difficult to get me to be active. I actually had to start studying martial arts to get exercise into my life. You know why? Because I got a new belt every time. I put in the time and the effort. Yes, I was motivated by the rainbow of colored belts to get me to go and exercise. So I am like the worst when it comes to not wanting to exercise and not having the motivation to exercise. And then after my brain injury, that even minuscule amount of motivation that I had was squashed. So you might be there with me. They're flat on the floor, not wanting to get up. I get it. But anyway, we still have to exercise because it helps our brain heal and get better and get stronger. So I'm going to share with you the things I use to help me get motivated to exercise, and I really hope they help you too. These are just a few recommendations, but there's more out there, and you can certainly ask your physical therapists and occupational therapists, and then if they have any recommendations on how to get motivated to do your exercises and your rehab exercises. So the first thing I did was I assigned myself workout days. Like, for example, I would do yoga. I would practice yoga on Mondays. And so I would make sure that Mondays I had yoga written on my calendar. And so when I woke up Monday morning, I knew that day I was to practice yoga, and that helped. And then like Tuesday, I was supposed to go on a walk, and for some reason that really helped kind of get me to get motivated to do those things. The other thing that has always worked for me is to have my workout clothes set up before the night before I plan to exercise. I always had them all ready and going, so that I didn't have to use the excuse of not exercising because I was too tired or too busy to grab my t-shirt and shorts and so forth, or my gi or whatever. So laying out your workout clothes the night before and having them there and ready in your vision when you wake up will help with that motivation. The other thing that worked for me was to plan short sessions of exercise. So it was easy for me to talk myself into exercising by saying, I'm just going to go on a 15-minute walk, or I'm just going to practice yoga for 15 minutes. When I tried to make a commitment for a longer time frame, like 45 minutes or half hour or so forth, I could easily talk myself out of the exercise. So I just committed that I would just go for a walk for 15 minutes or practice yoga for 15 minutes. But then once I get going, I feel good and I like being out and moving. And I found myself being able to exercise a little bit longer. So in the beginning, just make your time commitment a short time commitment. And as you keep practicing that time commit over time, you'll be able to expand it. It works more um, being integrated into your lifestyle so that you'll stick to that activity.
And then
The other thing too, because I'm a dork, was writing that I planned to do a certain exercise on a certain day in my calendar, and it was motivating for me to be able to see it, and then at the end of the day, be able to check it off. So that might work for you. You might be like me. The other thing too that I read and I found worked for me was having a device that counts your steps. Because when you see how many steps you've done and you're really close to your goal, it really inspires you and motivates you to continue to walk and get to that goal. Or it's nice to look at it and go, oh my gosh, I've only walked 2,000 steps today. I need to get moving. So I think those devices help too with motivation. So anyway, those are some of my recommendations to help you get motivated and started with exercise. I hope they help you too.